Hello, my name's Jennifer Tunin, and thank you for taking a minute to watch my video. I haven't posted in a few weeks, and my coach was yelling at me the other night that he needed to see me lift. I suppose he can't coach me if he doesn't see my lifts. It's been a little busy around here, but anyway, this is actually a combination of both last night and tonight's lifts. Last night was squats, and I started off using a 45-pound plate and just doing plate squats to warm me up a little bit, and then I moved on to my regular squats. I did send this first set to my coach, and he already yelled at me about my bar path, which is something I'm working on. I had also planned on doing box squats last night for these, but the box that's low enough for me was already being used by someone else, and so I decided to just go for it and do my regular squats. Now, my bar I've had a hard time all along trying to find the exact right spot for the bar and my arm placement, and just getting it to where the bar felt light as I was taking it off the rack. And last night I had watched 2 videos on low bar squat before I went into the gym, and Coach and I had talked about my squats the last time we talked, and so some of the things that he said and some of the things from the video just kind of clicked last night. Like I said, my bar path isn't perfect yet. Still got to get there. There's other things that I need to fix, but I think slowly my squats are starting to get to where they need to be. I'm hoping that with the program that I'm on right now, I'm going to see even more improvement in the coming weeks. This is my last set of these squats, and it's 115 pounds that I have on there right now. Not my heaviest, but not real light either. And I think that was my best set of these. Now these are my pause squats, narrow stance pause squats. My heels are almost touching, and it's down to 60 pounds. I'd actually done speed squats in between these, but that was like 8 minutes worth of video of a few seconds of me squatting and a minute rest in between. I was supposed to pause for 7 seconds on each one of these, and when you're doing it, you're thinking that you've got 7 seconds down there, and then as I watch the video and I'm watching the time, I know they're only like 4 or 5 seconds. So that's something I'll need to work on next week. Maybe I'll set up my phone so that I can actually see the seconds click by. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with that, but they definitely need to be longer. You can see me on this lift especially. I was trying to make sure I found that magic space where when you stand up, it doesn't even feel like you're holding a bar. It's just very light, and at 60 pounds, it is pretty light anyway. But that's definitely not 7 seconds. They will get there though, I have faith. And I am happy that even in my narrow stance squats, I'm getting down low. And I think my bar path may actually be a little bit better in these than it is in some of my other squats. The bar should really stay right over the midfoot, and that's what I was trying to think of as I was doing all of my squats. I never realized when I first started lifting how much you need to think. It's not just going in and picking up a weight. If you want to do it correctly and not get hurt, there's so many things that you need to be thinking about as you're doing each and every lift, whether it's with a lightweight or with a heavyweight. I have gotten hurt before, not hugely hurt, but I've had tennis elbow from not lifting right, and my shoulder has been sore. I've had sore hamstrings. Um, and there's different types of sore. There's the good sore where, you walk out of the gym and maybe you get home and you're like, ooh, that was a good workout. I'm sore today. And then there's the this is painful type sore. And the painful one is the one you want to avoid. The just being sore because you worked hard is a good thing. The other one, not so much. So there's my workout, and I was happy I could wear flip-flops yesterday. It was finally warm enough. But anyway, moving on to today. My bench days are my absolutely favorite days of the week. This is my warm-up. It's just 50 pounds. And tonight was, I do 2 bench nights a week, and this is considered my lighter bench night. I don't necessarily consider it lighter. The program says it's lighter, but I feel like I work just as hard on this night as I do my other night. This is moving on to 60 pounds, still a warm-up, 8 reps. With the powerlifting meet that I went to on Saturday and helped out with, one of the things I was really noticing was that you really need to pause at the bottom of your lift. And so that's one of the things I was really thinking about tonight, was letting that bar pause on my chest and thinking about if I was doing a meet, I would have to do that and wait for the judge to say that I could lift. And so I was trying to keep that in mind and taking my lifts a little bit slow and just thinking about that while still thinking about leg drive and arch and breathing and everything else. I was supposed to do, for my working sets, 5 sets of 3. At first I thought I would try and do a 5x5 instead, and so my very first working set was 5 reps, and after that I was like, maybe this isn't the best idea, especially since it was supposed to be a lighter night. So I did drop them back down to just 3 reps for each set, and that's at 80 pounds. My max was 100 when I tested. 80 pounds is feeling good. It feels like some weight, but it's not feeling super heavy. So I'm really curious as to, when I'm done with this program, what my bench will be up to. You can see me using a little bit of leg drive on that one. This is back down to 55 pounds now, and I'm trying to do as many reps as possible. On this one, I got up to 15 reps, and I did 2 sets of these. Unfortunately, the second set, my camera pooped out and didn't work, but it was okay. We move on. Can't do anything about technical difficulties while you're in the gym. All of my benches felt good tonight. Bench just is my absolute favorite. I like the way it feels. I like the way I feel afterwards. Even with my accessory work that I went on to do after this, that it just all felt good. This is my close grip bench that I'm doing as many reps as possible. And I went ahead and put some of my setup on here, trying to get my arch as high as I can. This is a different bench than I usually use, and it's a little cushioned a little bit more. So it's not quite as easy to see my arch, but it is there. And I'm not really used to doing close grip bench. This is only my 3rd time doing them, my 3rd week doing them, and I don't think they're quite right yet. Watching the video, I think even though it's close grip, I need my hands out just a little bit more and my elbows closer to my sides. But I did 2 sets of these. And this set, I think my second set was a little bit better hand placement and maybe arm placement, but I don't know, they're still not right. I look forward to my coach watching them and letting me know what I need to change. You can see I'm starting to get tired here. They're going a little bit slower. I'm breathing a little bit harder, but I really wanted to get those 15 reps in. That I felt I truly hit as many reps as possible with. So it was a good night. Thank you for taking the time to watch this and listening to me talk through it. I will try and keep posting more videos. Have a good one.